Surely. We are quite a nice together village, small town, not much people. And the idea is that we started this run, CCism town, to almost like, to integrate people, rich and poor, black and white. And what we also found were quite nice is having people together to have little community gardens where they can actually work, white, black, rich and poor. That was one of the things that we did. Also, the things that we also did is the actual movement started to go out to people, teach them about the environment, climate change, what they can do to actually shorten their food supply chain and the carbon footprint as well. Yeah. So that's bigger picture, day-to-day basis. We work with younger ones as well, with the kids, because personally I think that's the way to go, to work with kids, because they'll be the leaders of tomorrow. So yeah. EcoBrick, interesting. This is a normal bottle, plastic bottle stuffed with your non-recyclable waste, all your styrofoam, cling wrap, the stuff that can't be, unfortunately, be recycled, that sits under the earth for about 500 to 600 years. Simple technology, what we made is stuff it as hard as you can with a stick, and you actually build with it. It's an EcoBrick, good isolation as well for summer, quite cool in summer and nice and hot in winter. Use clay as a cement, and we build with it. Also in our little town we use it as a currency where people can exchange the EcoBrick as a voucher, and they can use that to buy food, stationery, clothes and shoes at certain shops in our town as well. My secret in everything that I do in life is persistent. It wasn't easy to get to convince people to buy into the idea as a transition town. They weren't sure what it is, what it meant, so I had to go out to people, tell them what it's all about, what's the idea behind it and where it started. And it's and that's how it starts, because you have to almost what they call to teach people about the stuff before you actually do it. Then they have a much better idea on what it is. And now also the main idea behind it is to get people together, have one level, not rich and poor, black and white, where I see you as a person, not as a black person or poor person. The idea is to get people together to make sure that we all have enough food on the table, that we all are secure in decent homes, and not having poor in that piece of the land and rich in that piece of the land. What we're also doing is called a eco-village, where there's no boundaries between white and black, poor and rich. So that's also something that we're busy working on at the moment, and it's actually working quite well. Yeah, education, the key, I would say, to everything that you do. What we do is we work with kids. At the moment we work with about 150 kids in the area where we stay. And personally, I've worked with them it's my second year working with them, and I can see the change in these kids. And as I said as well, they will be the leaders of tomorrow. Work with them, teach them about what's this and what's that, what's climate change, what is an EcoBrick, what is upcycling, recycling. And what we've seen is we got some nice feedback from parents and teachers as well, how these kids change in behavior, how their marks goes up in schoolwork as well. Just getting kids out there, teaching kids about plants and animals, just making them like one with the earth. And we got some awesome feedback from as I said, teachers as well and parents, which is for me one of the biggest thank you that you can get for this work that I'm actually doing with the kids. And so yeah. I think it's important to actually meet different people, different backgrounds and countries to these type of settings, just to explore and experience network. I think it's, for me personally, talking for myself, I would say it's very important. This is one way of getting your idea, your experience out there to people, and also learning from people that had experience from various stuff that you're not sure about. I would say this is a perfect way of getting to know people that's like-minded of yourself as well. And important thing, I would say, to do a bit of networking between like-minded people, because he can also, this NGO or that person can assist you in what you're doing, or I can assist you. And that's the, I would say, awesomeness about these kind of conferences. You met people that's most of the time also doing exactly the same thing that you do, but in a different context. And that's how you can compare stuff. How can I make my movement or what it is better? Go back with new ideas, go back and see how you can do it actually better than before. So I think this is needed, and I think more can be, we can have more of these type of settings, and also much more often as well, not just once a year, and just get people on board, get people together, because I'm sure besides us there is quite some people out there that has wonderful and awesome ideas and can come to this exact setting that we are today.